That's right. Eagles wear boxing. That's right. Always. Yeah, I'm on my late. I'm on my late. Where my face at? What happened, man? Always something, huh? Always something. Even if you check it, they come right back with some kind of bull. You know, how come I'm not showing up? I'm not gonna restart the whole stream just because of this. You know, let me see if I can get myself put up in there. If not, then y'all got to deal with it without seeing Eagle. And let's see. Doesn't look like it won't work today. I don't know. It's one of those things. Sometimes this thing acts correct, and then other days it's just the way that's just the nature of it. You know. At least I see you out there, Gil. What's up, Gil? Salute to Gil. Well, at least y'all can hear me. At least on my end, it shows that you can hear me. But let me just try. I got so much stuff on here. It's just hard. It's hard to find, to locate. You know, certain stuff on there. It's just hard to find. How could you find it when you got so much stuff? Because so many different things come up, and you guys got me adding everything. I'm like, well, what the heck is it? Maybe this is it. No, that should be it. But I can't. Let me see if I can refresh it. If I can refresh it, then you guys might be able to see me. Yeah, it's not working. Just does not want to work. If I go and come back, shut everything down, and come back, it'll probably be working then. But nah, forget it. Let me just see. Nah, it just don't want to do what it do. I see Michael Johnson's Boxing Talking More out there. He talking to Gil. He said, Gil, what it do? It's gonna do what it do, baby. Ain't that what it is? Yeah. 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 It's gonna do what it do. Whatever it's gonna be, Michael Johnson Boxing Talking More, that's what it's gonna be, baby. That's what it's gonna be. We just gotta see. We gotta kind of explore a little bit today when we get into it. Just want to explore. We can talk about boots a little bit, but I'm saying, yeah, we got to explore why. So let's just talk about it before I even, before I bring up something that's too controversial, and then I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings this early. So I'll just wait a little bit later. I see you out there, Derek Bailey. Salute to Derek Bailey. So we'll wait a little bit longer to hurt people's feelings, Derek. We won't start the show off hurting feelings like usual. People get hurt like right away. As soon as they come in here, they're already soft skinned and getting hurt, getting cut, getting butter knife cut. You get cut easy. A spoon's cutting you up. Why is a spoon cutting you up? But interesting is Jermell Charlo. Why isn't I see you down there, Yasser also. Salute to Yasser Hussein. Why isn't Jermell Charlo being mentioned for pound? And he wants that action. Somebody give me a reason. You know what I mean? He wants that action, but he's not being rated, pound for pound. Why isn't he mentioned for pound? Because he wants the action. He ain't trying to hide out. And I'm not going to I'm not going to talk about these stories about Canelo. I'm not going to just talk about them, like I said, not extensively or nothing like that, but it's all on you guys. It has to do with everybody that's in here and everybody that goes this anywhere. It has to do with you if you're a boxing aficionado or not, if you're a boxing fan or not, if you're a boxing connoisseur or not, if you just heavy into boxing or not, you still have to think about it. That, you know, Canelo is, I mean, he fought Floyd Mayweather, but now how is he capable of fighting all these other weights when, to me, he just ain't that great to be fighting all these other weights? And his body transformation is just, it's impeccable. I'm just letting you know. Of a person who did weightlifting, powerlifting, and all that stuff, for somebody that has a small body, for their body to change as much as his body has changed. And we know that the Pacquiao went like that, but he never was the same afterwards. Once he started moving back down, now he's just like a natural. He's naturally at 147 all of a sudden. And he's 40 years old, you know, over 40 years old. Because you think about it, when you get in your 40s and stuff, everything slows down, you still eating the same, you actually should be bigger. So if anything, Pacquiao should be closer to 175, 160. You know, 165, but he's not. I just find it kind of strange. Like I said, I'm not going to harp on it. And I'm going to leave it up to you guys to, you know, to figure that out. So we're not going to have no long, drawn-out discussion. If y'all want to bring it up, we bring it up and then we'll talk about it. But if not, you know, there's always something else that Eagle can cover in boxing. There's always something for us to talk about. Yeah, my neighbor she got frustrated the other day. She's native, but we're two different natives, right? So she got frustrated. I was talking to her, and she said, "Boy, you talk so fast." I said, "Yeah." I said, "This is English." I told her I speak my language even faster. I said, "This is my slow language." So you got to speed your ears up if you want to understand me. I tried my best. You guys know that. I tried my best. I tried to slow it down as much as possible so they can get it. But a lot of times it don't matter if I'm speaking fast or slow. You're not going to get it because you just ain't going to get it. It's simple as that. So I'm not going to blame them, but there's a whole lot of difference. I mean, the meat situation. You go to the same taco place or whatever burrito place that Canelo went to when you in Mexico. What you gonna ask for? Huh? What you gonna do? Are you gonna give him? I'm just playing around for right now, so don't get all sensitive and hurt. So what you gonna give him? What you gonna give him, Gil? You gonna give him that little wink, wink, Derek? You gonna give him that little wink, wink when you ask for your burger? The wink, wink. That's that Canelo. Hold up the C and give him a wink, right? You give him a wink. Is that what you do, Michael? Michael Johnson, Boxing Talking More. Is that what when you order that hamburger, what do? You hold up the C and give him that little wink. I need to get that special. Give me a dozen of them special CA burgers. Let me get some of them CA burgers to go, to take with me. Matter of fact, tell me a couple of pounds of the meat. Give me a couple of pounds of that meat and take back with me. Put that in the the cooler. Let me throw those in the cooler. So, yeah, throw that little wink out there. Let me get those. Let me get a couple of those right there, and take those back. I grill those up when I get back home. I see you down there, y'all. So y'all said that at the bottom. Said, yeah, the special. Yeah, the special burger. Let me get that. Can I get the CA special? And believe it or not, y'all, sir, I don't know if you guys have this, but over here, we actually do have a lot of these places that serve like the hamburgers and tacos and all that, what they call fast food. I'm quite sure there's some Chinese restaurants and other restaurants that have them. But what they call them the hidden menu. And see, I'm not making this. You can't make this kind of shit up. I'm not making this up. They call them like the hidden menu items. So these things are hidden menu. Now, I'm not going to say, and I'm not even going to, I'm not going to speculate that they have a special hidden menu, because if they did have a hidden menu over there where the alleged beef was consumed, then that would definitely make this guy guilty. It would definitely make him guilty. Because if you're ordering like the special, let me get the special to all. You stupid down there. Y'all sir say all the toppings, yeah. So if you're ordering stuff like that, then you already know it's off the menu, so you know what you're getting. You know what I mean? Nobody knows what you're ordering. Everybody did put their order in. Gil put his order in. Derek put his order in. I put my order in. And then y'all sir say, let me get something on the backside. And we never even heard that term before. You still talking about, let me get something on the backside. And, you know, it's the special, you know, the double burger. And I'm not talking about the In-N-Out. I'm talking about like the double burger, you know, with all, like y'all sir say, with all the stuff on there. But like I said, I'm not going to go into that, but that is popping up. I'm just covering a little bit of news. A lot of things is popping up. And for some reason, I keep seeing Colbert, so, Colbert. So, I call Colbert. Yeah, I use the French. And we were just talking about that. Yeah, I think that will be a good fight. Yes, our topic today is, our main thing that we're talking about today is Ennis, but we got to cover everything. They had a series a long time ago called Where It, I don't know if they still have it, but they got, well, it resurfaces. It comes out, I don't know, maybe every 10 years. Have you ever heard of it, Derek? It's called Where Are They Now? This is thing about old legends and stuff like that. It always comes back. It always, where are these stars now? Where are these football players now? Where are these actors now? Where, you know, are these people that were in the news? This thing always, it pops up. I don't necessarily know if it's a series or is it just something that pops up in the news and like magazines and articles. I don't know if it's just that or if it was, I believe it was a series at one point, but where are they now? So in our boxing today, it seems like we're going to have to come up with a where are they now? We got to come up with a where are they now? Where in the hell are they now? I don't know. Where they at, y'all? We have no idea where they are now when it comes to certain fighters. I mean, a lot of these fighters are not showing us anything. You're not fighting. We're not hearing anything about you. We don't know what kind of smoke you want. We don't know anything. We're supposed to know that. We're supposed to know your brands. We're supposed to know what kind of shoes you wear. You know what I mean? What kind of style you got. We're supposed to know all that. We don't. You have been out of the light so long. You feel me? You have been out of the light so long that we don't even recognize your style no more. We see you say, oh, that's what he. Oh yeah, that's right. That's what he kind of clothes he wear, or whatever. We don't know your flavor no more, man. You making it to where you're not even palatable to us anymore. So we have to get used to your taste again. Because you guys aren't, every once in a while we'll hear something like the Fury. We'll hear a little bit of something, but we need to hear something. Yeah. You feel me? So still, you guys are going to have to come back and let us know who you are. That's because we don't even know you no more. You're strangers to us now. So we need you fighters to come back. But the Canelo, I don't know, it's up in the air. Should I give my take on it? My opinion on it? My opinion is that I'm still on the I don't know stage. But if you ask me, I'm going to say that if there's a suspect to be named, I'm going to say that I'm going to name him as some type of a suspect for something. Everybody's a suspect for something, Gil. Everybody's a suspect. Gil is a suspect for something. Derek Brady is a suspect for something. We all suspect. Somebody's asking right now, well, how am I suspect? Man, if you in between 4'7" and 6'8", and you brown skin, you suspect. Why Eagle bringing that? Why the Eagle don't even go there? Don't start that kind of stuff, Eagle. No, it's just a point. And like I said, that we got to start off at doing things one way. You know what I mean? So we have to look at stuff in a sense to where the resolution, instead of talking about the revolution, because the revolution always comes around. The revolution always comes around where they say that it's not going to be televised and stuff like that. The revolution. But the resolution. So the whole thing about it is the resolution. Derek Bailey, I want the resolution to be televised. I want the resolution to be broadcast. That's what I want. And that's vague right there when I say the resolution to be televised or whatever else. It's kind of vague, right? To get the resolution. That's what we want. We want things to be resolved one way or another. It doesn't matter if we're talking about boxing, basketball, life, or whatever. We want the end result, the resolution, we want that to be televised. Like, oh shit, I seen the resolution. I was part of not the revolution, but I was part of the resolvement of it, the resolution of it. That's a more powerful statement. If we can ever get that, because thousands of years we've been here. I know I got off of boxing, but I always got to do my, you know how ego works. I said the same thing to my neighbor that I said to you guys, and I have mentioned it to you guys more than once. I said, and then I started thinking about the irony of it. Now listen, y'all, sir, this pertains to you more than anybody because you might not witness this where you live at. But the table that I was telling everybody about, like, we just come home from being tired at work and we just sit down at this huge table, no matter where you're at. I don't care if they got 10 tables put together, 10 different families, 20, 30, 40, 100 different families. Y'all all eating different cuisine and stuff. You know what I mean? You don't have no time to fight. All you doing is because I know one thing. When a man and woman child is eating good, there's no complaints. You ain't got a damn thing to complain about. You can't complain while you slopping down something. You know what I mean? When you mopping up sauce with bread and biscuits, you're not going to argue with nobody. This ain't no way. There's no argument in you when you sopping up something that's real good. What they call it in South? Sopping, right? Call it dabbing, tipping, mopping, sopping, whatever. When you doing that, there's no argument. You don't even want to think of an argument. The only argument you might want is somebody grab that last delicious butter biscuit from Gil. That's going to be the only argument that you have. So I bought that to my friend, and she was asking about the hat. You guys know one of the main hats that I wear. I wear it proudly because it was a gift from the California natives, right? And I've had people get sour faced because they see me with it on. Oh, you're not such and such. You're not Alma Mutson. You're not Aloni or whatever. I said, no, I'm Iroquois. I say I'm Natitsa and Iroquois. Yeah, so they get mad at me for having this, but they have nothing to do with Native people whatsoever. They're fronting, but at the same time, it's like, well, I deserve to wear this because this was a gift. Okay, back to the story though. So I told her the same thing that I told you guys, and guess what? Her and her cousin was in agreement. They said that is true though. If you just sitting down eating with everybody every day after work, you don't have nothing to fight about. You can go home and fight and, say that somebody burnt up something. I mean, that's it. Oh, the mac and cheese, well, it wasn't all that good today. I'd have let Miss, you know what I'm saying? Miss Cheeseworth need to be making that. If your name is Cheeseworth, if that's your last name, you make some good mac and cheese, right? Huh? Just like it's, somebody's name is, somebody's last name is Sweet. Hey, that's who I want, Miss Sweet, to make them sweet, all the cookies and sweet potato pies and all that. You know what I mean? You don't put Ahmed on it. You put Ahmed on it. No, Ahmed, that's not your dish. Ahmed, I'm not being racist, so don't nobody get mad. So I'm not saying Ahmed, you work with something else. You work with the olives or the dates or something like that, the chickpea dishes and stuff like that. The Mid-Eastern. I'm not trying to regress, but I'm just saying that I brought that point up, and then they agreed with me also. They said that makes a whole lot of sense. But now, back to the irony part of the story. The irony is that I don't know where you was, back to you, y'all, sir, and Derek and Gil. You guys are further south. So when, I don't know if you went to integrated or non-integrated schools, but when you went to the schools, let's say the table was set. So your table was set, and then I'm going to leave you guys with this before I start reading. So your table was set. Now pay attention, y'all, sir. So your table was set for lunch. What was the dynamics of the table that you sat at? What did it look like when you sat down? Was it in any way or form segregated? And I don't care, when I say segregated, I don't mean black and white. Was it segregated? Was it segregated by groups, or was it segregated by colors? Was it segregated by race, ethnicity, gender, or groups like sports groups, geek groups, or something like that? Was it separated? And then how was it separated? Y'all let me know that, just so you can see. I know, and I'm sorry. I don't want nobody to come. So don't come in here if you got soaked rice paper skin. Don't come in here when I'm in the middle of talking about something like this, because it's sensitive, and I'm not trying to get on anybody. I'm not trying to get on the side to where somebody's like is getting upset because it seems like it's a stereotype. No, because I said me. I said that's who I want. I mean, shit. If somebody's name is Mrs. Butterworth, shit, I want her to make the pancakes before the big meal. I'm sorry. That's just what it is, man. I'm sorry. That's just what I'm just saying. That was implanted in my mind. That kind of stuff is implanted in my mind. So what am I gonna do? Huh? I mean, I got to live it out too, man. So don't get all sensitive. Don't get sensitive up on me. Let me see what y'all got here. But anyway, Gil Cole sets up Eagles. I already got him. I hit him out with the salute. Michael Johnson's boxing talking more. He said, Gil, what it do? And then Michael Johnson's boxing talking more. He said, Eagle, where, what it do? And then Gil Cole said, sup, Mike? And then Derek Bailey, he said, salute at Eagles way of boxing. Gil Cole's at Derek Bailey with the 100. Y'all, sir, Hussein at salute at the Eagle. Derek Bailey is salute at Gil Cole's at Michael Johnson's boxing talking more. And at Yasser Hussein. Gil Cole's at Yasser Hussein with the 1 to the 100 on it. And then Yasser Hussein saluted Derek Bailey at Gil Cole's and at Michael Johnson's boxing talk. He got the fist up good. Yasser Hussein said the special burgers, that's right. He said, yeah, and he's out there again. He said, all the toppings, that's what we need to have, baby. Derek Bailey said, hey, Gil, he said, Gil Woods, he said, stay real. He said, still make videos at Gil Cole's. He crying out. Derek Bailey again. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This thing flipping on me. Okay, I got to slow it down. And they still are fighting, and we don't know where they are now. Yeah, where they are. That's it, Derek Bailey. You got it. Derek Bailey said, where are they now? We don't even know where you're at now, and you still fighting. Gil Cole said, Derek Bailey, I guess so. He crying out. He got the question mark up. Derek Bailey said, I saw someone posted something on the Discord. I didn't know he was still around. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Derek Bailey with the big facts on the Eagle. Facts, Eagle. Gil Cole said, I thought we was talking about boots. We gonna talk about boots, man. Stop it. See, look at y'all, sir, who saying something I'm hating. He said, Eagle hating on our man's falafel and hummus. No, I'm not. I'm not, man. Come on, man. Y'all know what I'm saying, man. Y'all stop that, man. Salute. King Louie up in there. Salute the king, man. Sorry, fam, at the video acting stupid today. He said, salute family. He said, boost the future. He said, stop ducking them, son. That's right. Stop ducking them. Yeah. Yeah, I went, okay. So, Derek Bailey, you said you went to a non-integrated school. Okay. But what I'm saying, at that table, the table where I was talking about, what the table looked like when y'all was at. So, the reason I'm bringing up the table, man, because you got to realize that even when you're a youngster, what happens is they start segregating you without you knowing you're being segregated. Even if you went to an all, brown skinned school or wherever you went, they still segregate you. You still separated. You separated by groups, man. I'm telling you. Y'all got to realize that, man. That's why it's so easy it's easy for us to separate, because we've been separated. We try to become grown, and then we try to bring ourselves back to the integrated table or whatever. We try to. But I may ask you a simple question. Anybody out there? I may ask you a simple question. Is it really reasonable to ask everybody to integrate? Is it as easy as we think it is? And how long have we been trying this? That's the whole thing. How long have we been trying to integrate? And we're gonna get the boots too, though. But you heard King. King said he the face. Okay, so we're gonna get on this whooping. We'll probably talk about it again too, though. But we're gonna talk about it. But y'all says there was always a divide in our school between race and type of kid you was. He said the hood rat kind of kids, the good kids, and the kids into their sports, etc. See, and that's across the pond. He said, "Man, let me find out Eagles way of a real name, Earl Jackson." You stupid. He said, "Earl Jackson." No, you know my name, man, because y'all be throwing people out when you already know everybody know my name, Derek. Everybody know my name, right? So stop that shit, Gil. Everybody already know my name. Because y'all be throwing people out when they come in saying my name. Y'all be throwing them out. Like, get your ass up out of here. Because he ain't even say, you like, Eagle didn't even say that. Y'all got more attitude than I got. When somebody come in here and say my name, y'all got more attitude than I got. Before I can even get to him, Derek Beatty been already sliced him. And that's a fact right there. Somebody come in and start, and nobody recognize them, and they automatically saying my name, Derek Beatty, already putting hands on them. Or questioning them. Well, what you trying to say? But that was the point, though, is just that whole table being set, man. As they set that table for you, like, early in life, man, is you start dividing your own self up. You start dividing yourself up. No, I don't belong with the athletes. Or I don't belong with the colored. I don't belong with the white. You start separating your own self up. We wake up into separation and not even really realizing it. You know what I mean? Without even realizing it, you separate your own self. And I don't even want to bring this one thing up, but I'm gonna say just this: they have a test with dolls, a doll test, and that's all I'm gonna say. And you got some people, a lot of the children will pick certain dolls over other dolls because of the things that have been input into their life early in life. And that's all I'm going to say on that. I'm not going to get into the psychology of it or nothing like that, but I'm just saying a lot of you are already reading through that and you already know. But thanks a lot for your response there, y'all. So nobody else wanted to say it. Derek brought his up. He said that he wasn't integrated. But anyway, but you brought up the point. And that's what I wanted to hear if somebody was going to say something, is that he did say that it was because the cool kids are kind of, whatever, race, you either cool, hood rat, or whatever. He said, you hood rat and sports oriented. And that's how the tables was set. So you get used to separating yourself even before you even go to college. You already get used to separating yourself. And so you gravitate towards those people that are like you. Just like in this boxing community, we kind of gravitate to people that's like truthful people, like for this chat. So the people that's coming here, they're going to go to chats where the people are just talking, making sense. It's not just all small talk and street talk and bullshit. They're making sense. And that's kind of chat that everybody here is going to enjoy and going to go to. People they can mess with. You see what I mean? So even this is separated, but how come we can't just all sit down? You feel me? We couldn't. We started because, and I'm bringing this up, King, but I'm not bringing it up to the point. I'm not going to say any names and nothing like that. I'm not going to use the letter group or nothing like that. But a lot of us have something in common that we started off, in certain chats. And because we felt that those chats would bring us together, as a community. And we found out that shit was fraudulent. And so we just kind of separated. But our whole theme the whole time for us was always grown folk. Our whole thing was always grown folk. And so we just stuck with that. And so we had to leave the other ones. We wouldn't have to worry about nobody being a detractor or nothing like that. We just left. Because we're going to just keep it growing. And that's exactly what we did. That's it. But you can Google me easy, Gil. That's one thing, is I'm easy to find. So, and everybody should know that by now. Shit, if you can't find me, that's your fault. I just love when somebody can come across and give me the, like, if I'm making a point, and then they can come across and say, well, this is what it is, Eagle. Yeah, that's cool. Shit, at least you're not wasting your breath, wasting your tongue. Shit, that's all I care about. As long as I'm not wasting my breath, good. Good to go. As long as I'm not wasting my breath. And that's what the point is. Don't waste your breath. You only got but one big one. Y'all so saying, pay your dues, lads. Yeah. Yeah. And that go for you too. Y'all saw your shit. I know you be in other chats and stuff like that. I know y'all, I know probably some of you. There's a few of you that go to other chats just to get certain information. Y'all want information to, I'm going to throw it out there. Y'all want information so y'all can clown. So y'all can clown the hell out of somebody. I already know that. You might as well. Hey, King, if we going to search for things that's true, and things that we can get something from in one way or another, you know what I mean? If we can get things from, truthful things, we're going to deal with that. Okay, we got the truth today, so we're going to just deal with that. Let me go see we're going to look at some stuff. We're going to look at like, well, let me see the comedy. What's the comedy? What kind of comedy shit is happening? Because I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of chats, man, I go in there, I won't last 5 minutes. I cannot. Just listen to them. It's either the pace is way too slow or the content is just way too much bullshit or somebody praising themselves too much. You know what I mean? I go to certain ones. I'm not even going to mention what it is, but I go in there every once in a while. I'm like, oh, he didn't hear praising himself again. And once I start hearing them praise himself, I get the hell out. Shit. You don't praise your own self, man. Praise your chat. Praise the people that come, that mess with you. Thank them. You talking about how tough, I'm great. Man, you ain't great. Shut your ass up. You ain't never been great. Everybody get on YouTube and shit, and then they want to be great. You ain't great because you're on YouTube. You just on YouTube. That's all that is to it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we got to pay, yeah. But, however he means that, though. But pay your dues, lads. But, a lot of times, you guys escaping that. I know you guys want to talk about boots. But everybody's kind of escaping the subject, though. Everybody's trying to escape it. I asked you, is it something that's really, is integration, because we still are not integrated, and that shit started way back in the 50s. And we're still not integrated. So does it work in a lifetime? Does integration really work? Because you still get mad. We still get mad at each other. No matter color, race, ethnicity, we still get mad, and we can't be around certain people like all day long. So does the integration, does it really work? Or did they just dig a hole that they can't be filled back up? Huh? That's the question. Nobody wants to talk about it. And whoever this Earl guy is, man, throw his ass out, because I can't even see none of his comments. You're talking about Earl. And see, I know you want to talk about Lipra next. We're going to get to Lipra next. What's my take? My take is to ask you what your take is. Yeah, okay, yeah, okay. So, yeah, King said Eagle fucked him. Because he said, let's talk about boots. Okay, I was just asking a question, Louie, about just the whole integration, not just some niggas. So Boots, let me ask y'all a question before I give you my take anyway, though. But as far as Boots, what does Boots have to do in order to be cemented? He has enough fights. So what does he have to do to be cemented to springboard him up to a higher level? Let's say, for instance, to put him up to like maybe number 3. I'm not going to shoot him too far, but 3, I think 3 is feasible. 3, 4 is feasible. So what does he have to do to Lipra next? Because you remember, the Lipra next fights, this is supposed to be a signature win. And just because you sign something, there's a lot of things that's been signed, right? People sign away their life, right? And savings and everything else. You might be signing up for an ass whooping, right? So we're going to probably go, all of us in here probably going to go for Boots. But what does Boots have to do, King? What does he have to do, Derek? What does he have to do? But what does he have to do? Is everything set for him? Is his promotion set? Is his skill set set? Is he ready? Is he ready to take it to the next? Is he ready to take it to the next level, or is he gonna get starved out like Mayweather was starved out, Marvin Hagler was starved out? Who else was starved out? You had a lot of fighters that was starved out, that they had to prove so much. Even Andre Ward was starved out. Matter of fact, Andre Ward never did hit like the superstardom. Even though he was a superstar, he never hit superstardom. He could wear, let me see. Eagles wear, when you go on these non-boxing rants, I'm calling you Earl Jackson. Okay, so I'm Earl Jackson. How come you gotta take all my name away? You gonna give me not one of my names? He said he gonna call me Earl Jackson. No, brother. This is part of life too, though, man. We gotta talk about all of it, man. You can't just. It's boxing talk, but even when you talk sports and boxing, you kind of parallel sports. No matter if you just go watch a sports show, you go watch ESPN, or you watch other sports talks or whatever. They're gonna parallel with something else. They're gonna parallel things that's happening in life too. They're not gonna just talk strictly about just that subject, just boxing. Even if you talk about football, a lot of times they would talk about the players. They would talk about what his scholastic abilities were like. They'll talk about his GPA, all kinds of stuff. That don't have shit to do with football, you would think, but it would show the character of the athlete also. So when we talk about these, like even when Derek was agreeing with me, when we talk about these fighters, this missing in action. Okay, we were talking about boxers or athletes. We just talking about where are they now. So where are these boxers now? And see, we are talking about, right now we're talking about Boots. I don't have no answers yet. I'm waiting for y'all. King Louie say a major promoter, that's it. They need to get a major, he needs to get promotion. And not no damn top skank or top stank. So we talk about Boots, but Boots is not standalone by itself yet, is he? Is Boots famous enough to be standalone? Because everybody want to be in the Ali type of status where they can stand alone, but is he standalone status? Is he Mayweather type? Is he standalone? Can he stand alone? Or does he need help? Does he need a great promotion team? Huh? And what does he do with Lipra next? Does he got to go in there and beat the brakes off of Lipra next? Or what does he have to do? Hey, you can stop trying to throw Derek underneath the bus, too. I see what you wrote, talking about Derek always agreeing for no reason. No, Derek, he a grown-ass man. He gonna agree because he got a pair. You disagree because that's how you are. You a thorn. You been a thorn. You been a thorn in the side. That's how you are, man. You been like that, brother. And you know that. You already been like that. No, now he gonna rename me Earl Jackson. He mad. He gonna name. Yep. Look at King. King say Top Rank fitting to have all the welterweights in a couple of years. Well, so they're not gonna have all of them. They may have some of them, but they're not gonna have all of them. Yeah. I don't see how they would even want to mess around with them though. You got to be kind of, I don't know. You're probably not the brightest lamp. This lit right there. If everybody wants to run to them. Because I don't see anything that they doing so great. Especially for Bud's career. Look at. See there, he's still messing with. He said no reason at all. He been dipped in so much hate. I don't know if he can ever overcome that. I don't know. He need a couple of he needs some hugs, man. I'm not saying from us, but he needs some hugs. Somebody need to give him a couple of gifts every once in a while. Say good morning to him and act like they, acted as if they're happy to see him. Something has to happen positive in his life. Because if something don't happen that's positive in Gil's life, he gonna act that way. That's just him. He's gonna act up. Yeah. But for me, I see nobody wrote anything down. You guys want to talk about stuff and then you don't want to say nothing. But you'll say something. Gil will say something about me. So the young man, for me, he has to come in because he said that, this has to be a statement. You're going to have to do something to Lipra next that nobody else really done to Lipra next. And you got a few days to think about, how much of an ass whooping you're going to put on him. Because I'm going to tell you something. See, this is what he said, in this paraphrasing, is that he hasn't showed everything that he has. Okay. So you got a whole lot more in the tank, right? So do we need to see everything this fight? No. We want to see a couple of wrinkles that we didn't see before. Oh, we didn't even see those. We want to see some things that we never seen before. We don't need to see all of them, but we need to see, this is my opinion, that we need to see enough stuff to let us know, hey, this young man is for real. He's about to go on and not take no prisoners. Okay? And I see what you got down there, King. So Top Rank, and King brings up the point. King Louie brings up the point that they getting all the amateur 140s and stuff like that. That's where Bud was at one point, the 140, right? That's what they feel like they can handle. They can't handle nobody big. They can handle them lower weights, and that's about the bottom. We have been talking about lightweights and stuff like that. The lighter weights, we have been talking about them, but I usually don't like to mess with them as much. But they're showing all the guts. They're showing us how fights are supposed to be done, how you're supposed to fight and everything else. Because we got a lot of MIAs. We got a lot of, right now, what you call them, Derek Bailey, right now, we got a lot of where are they nows. We got a lot of where are they nows, and we shouldn't be asking where are they now because they are still active. That's kind of messed up where you got to pull up, Box Live or something like that. Boxing Live or Box Rec, or you got to pull up something else to find out if a fighter is still, relevant, if he's still active. Because that's how fewer fights we've been getting. In the fights that we are getting, we're getting a whole lot of the lighter weight fighters. We're getting a lot of the lighter weight fighters. I think that Gerard has to come in. He has to make an early statement. He has to show, a lot of movement and just, boxing ability. And he has to beat Lipinets up. If you don't beat Lipinets up, if it just goes to the decision and it was anywhere close, then you didn't springboard yourself. And then your statement about that you have not shown what you can show, for me, that just kind of folds its own self up and it slides itself underneath the door. In other words, I was like somebody passing you a note and you don't even open it. You just kick it back underneath the door. And I don't even want to read that note. So it's going to have to be fire, man. The fight's going to have to be fire. We're going to all watch it. Hopefully I'll be able to say a couple of words on it. I probably will anyway. I'll probably do like a little something. I'll be at work. I got an art show coming up the weekend after this, so I'm gonna be having to prepare for that from today on up until next Friday, Thursday or Friday. I'm gonna have to be working diligently so I can get this done. Yep. And King Louie's making a good point, though, because I'm actually seeing, because I understand what he's saying, too. He said Earl and them ain't staying at 147 forever, and them 140 fighters for them to move up. So Earl might have to move up before he even get another belt. Yeah, before he even gets another belt, he might have to move up. I don't know. I don't see him getting the belt. I don't see him getting the belt, especially if he don't like Crawford. He don't like Keith. Keith will have to. I don't know what Keith will do to ever be able to get a fight with Earl. Keith will have to take 10%. Keith is not getting the fight. But then again, when you play games come back and play your ass, you know? Y'all got to understand life, man. Life is not set up just for you. It's not set up just your way. You know what I mean? If you're playing around, and this is coming from Earl Jackson, because this ain't got shit to do with boxing, so I'll just go ahead and be Earl Jackson now. Gilden renamed the host Earl Jackson anytime if I talk about something that's not boxing. But what I'm saying, if you play your own self or you play around, you playing games, eventually those games come back and play you. And I don't care which one of us, I don't care how I think about it, I don't care how you think about it. Oh, that's not right, he should just go ahead and do that. Well, we know the grown thing, we know the grown way to think about stuff. But sometimes people are a little bit petty. We might look at it as being petty, but then again, were you on that phone conversation when they was talking? Or were you talking face to face with them? Or were you just listening to that interview? So if you're listening to the interview, you hear one thing like everybody else heard. But if it's personal, then you hear something else. Oh, I see how you are. Just like if I have a conversation with somebody personally, it's going to be different than it is me airing it out right here. Right? And they might say something wrong. I might say something wrong. And I might be calling him all kind of, oh, this motherfucker, man, I can't believe he just said that shit, man. Because then I'm going to pass it on to somebody else just to keep me from killing them. Or hurting them or something else. And he's the same thing with him. Or her, whatever. Man, I can't believe he just said this, man. Ain't gonna never give him a chance, a shot. See? But that's the side we don't see, and that's why we get, well, he ducking and this and that. Nah. Some of it is clearly ducks. Like after a fight, if you calling everybody out, like Ryan Garcia, we know he a duck, right? Because after the fight, he was all fired up. I want this, I want that. Okay, get your ass in there and fight him. Get your ass in there and fight one of them little monsters. Go in there and fight Tank. Go in there and fight Devin Haney. Now everybody gets speech impediments when it comes to fighting somebody that we, as the boxing fans, the real fans, that we want to see somebody fight, and then all of a sudden everybody gets speech impediments. Yeah. Oh, I don't even care nothing about that, Derek, but I'm gonna drop all the way down to the bottom. Derek Buddy says, she said, don't let Gil hear you say something about Keith. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care. Gil, he's his own guy, man. That's the kind of shit he wants to say. I think that's just how it will go. Beating the brakes off of Lipinets. Yeah, he got to beat the brakes off him. He got to whoop him bad. He got to show us something, Derek. Not just whooping him. How does he whoop him? He got to beat him up. He got to show us some wrinkles we didn't see. Oh, we didn't see that. You got to show us something. Because first of all, you let your mouth run. You said, oh, I got way more than that. Y'all don't know how much I got. See, when you start talking for yourself like that, then you make us say, okay, we got to see it. In about 10 years, we will see Boots versus Virgil. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I just want to see good fights, Gil. We've been seeing some. We got some good fights. We had some pretty good fights over the last weekend and before. I mean, I don't know about the other fight. I don't know about the. I'll bring it up again because it's gonna always remind me every time I hear Dylan White. I'm gonna think to myself, showstopper, because you guys would not let me say anything about Dylan White. And you guys would not say nothing nice about Dylan White besides what kind of shorts he had on and that he kept his mouthpiece in and he didn't trip and fall. Y'all did not give me a break with that Dylan White. So when I get stories like that, I mean, of course, all I'm going to do is I'm going to just laugh because I'm like, oh, I remember my chat wouldn't even let me talk about Dylan White. But they'll let me talk about Boots, though. So we talk about Boots, though. So I would say, Boots got to come out. I think just come out fast. Come out fast. Do what you got to do. Yeah, King Louie said Boots ain't going to KO, dude. He said he can 12-0 his ass. He said, ever seen him do that before? Oh, never seen him. Okay. Yeah. 12-0. I'm just saying, but the thing I'm saying, King Louie, is that we need to see some kind of a mop, and it can be a knockout, but it just has to be it has to be a finely painted fence that we seen that. Oh yeah, there's a lot of paint on that one. Don't, yeah, okay. I already read what Derek put down there. Look at, he said, "Oh, Earl Jackson." I don't know who Earl Jackson is. He must know somebody named Earl Jackson. There's somebody famous in my family that you guys heard of before. Their name is Earl. They have Earl in their name. I'll just put it that way. And you guys know. If you have never heard of them, then something's wrong with you. But anyway, that's all I'm going to say on that. I'm not going to tell you who it is because I gave you some of the name, no matter where the name is. I don't know. I just don't know. Look at King. See, I know, King, you weren't even in here for the chat, King, but that's what they were saying, King. They were saying the same thing you saying. Nobody wanted to give him nothing. Because I wasn't even going to talk about him that long, King. This is what I told. I just wanted somebody, I said, give me at least, I said, somebody say 3 nice things, 3 good things that Dylan White brings to the heavyweight picture. And I'm going to tell you, all they were saying, like, I think it was Gil Cole said, yeah, he had Hagler on the back of his trunks. Crown came in here. Crown said, yeah, that he didn't lose his mouthpiece. And that he didn't trip and fall. And that's not even what I meant. I mean, just tell me, what's 3 of his good assets that he brings to boxing? But they shut the chat down. They didn't want to talk about him. They like F Dylan White. I mean, yeah, we all wanted him to lose, but he ended up getting the W. So now he's back in the picture again. So, oh, okay. Derek Bay said, I said something nice. He said, I said that White was in good shape. Okay. But that's not 3 things, man. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool too, though. That's cool too. Derek Bay says that every time we say that Boots needs rounds, he always mop the dudes. and that's true. That's true too. So the expectation that Louie puts out there for rounds, and I see what you wrote down there, Louie, and I'm not gonna say it's wrong or right. Because I said it was up to y'all. I said y'all know him. The expectation. So we put out these expectations for these different fighters. So we putting them out there for Boots right now. King Louie don't think he's going to. He says he need rounds and he don't think it's going to be. He don't think he's going to just take the dude out. I see it being kind of a brawl. Derek Bailey brings up the good point that. So Derek Bailey brings up this great point here, and he says that anytime you look forward to him going rounds, it don't go rounds. Okay, so we'll take that optimistic look, and so we'll do that, Derek Bailey, with the expectation that that same thing will happen because we're banking on rounds. So we'll look at that same thing. Like, so the expectation will be what you just said, that those rounds are not going to happen. Yeah. You understand? So we have to look at it like that. So if I'm going to look at it like optimistically, like you're looking at it, if I see it that way, we have a couple of more days. We have a few more days to see if that transpired. Okay, now let's stop because nobody really brought it up. Well, this fight is not. Gil says, "What fight puts Boots in line for a mandatory?" This is not going to put him in line for a mandatory. And Yoste wrote some bullshit up because sometimes they can write because you see we got to keep realizing, man. See, this is what we keep overlooking. We keep overlooking that these organizations are not their own internal organization also. So whatever happened with these organizations, it's all on them. There's papers and shit, and this is my opinion. I'm just gonna put it this way: there's papers and shit being passed along to me. I mean, not to me, but a certain person to another person. Let's get this done. Let's make this possible. How many times have we seen mandatories pop up that we didn't even know was mandatories? How many titles all of a sudden popped up that we didn't even know was even going to happen? It wasn't even in, like, you could look at the whole schedule of boxing and everything else, and you didn't even see that the fight was even scheduled, and you didn't even see that it was scheduled, for some type of a what are they calling that shit? Interim title. How many times has that happened to us? That you might have a fight schedule, all of a sudden, oh, that's for an interim title? That's for a certain title? That's for a mandatory? How many times have you seen that? That the mandatory is not even set in stone like that. So I'm not going to 100% say that it wouldn't be a study for a mandatory. So I'm not even going to say that. But let's flip it. Let me read what y'all got. But let's flip the side though. Now let's see that the Boots goes out there and it's hard fought. And it's not much of a win. Or that he doesn't win. Then what? Is everybody still on the Boots train? I know you're probably not going to just let him go, but what happens then? Oh shit, you didn't even beat Lipinets. Or you had a hard ass time beating him. Then what? Yep. A body. The LGBTQ following. I can't think of three. Yeah. But Gil Cole said what fights put Boots in the line. So that's why I brought that up. But how many times have we seen all of a sudden there's a man? That was he got a mandatory. He became mandatory because of this. Hey, they do that slide rule on us quick, man. They will slide somebody up and down on us in a second. So I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, Derek Bay said a good question. But he has to get fights at Gil Cole. Yeah, he got to get fights. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and I see, I could agree with you guys' conversation that you have in there about the IBF. The IBF is one of the organizations that doesn't play as much as the WBA and WBC is always playing. And I'm gonna tell you something about WBA, man. WBA should be the one that everybody really looks at. That should be the sanctioning body. That should be, but it's not. That should be. I don't know, man. If you want to associate the WBC, and I'm not trying to start no trouble, but if you want to associate the WBC with Top Rank or something like that, or if you want to associate them, then go ahead and do so. If you think that everything is separate, then go ahead and do so. If you want to think that we're likely to see anything, then go ahead and do so. If you're open for that, then be open for it. If you're all closed down and you're going to say that, oh, such and such was supposed to be the mandatory. How many times you guys have already seen this, all this mandatory shit just disappeared like from nowhere? And just think about this. The cruiserweight that moved up, he's mandatory everywhere, isn't he? He's rated everywhere all of a sudden, right? Y'all know who I'm talking about. The cruiserweight. All of a sudden. But you have other fighters that fight just as well, got just as many fights, just as many wins, and can't get rated nowhere. Yeah, King Louie said, Boots finna beat the fuck out of dude. He said, what are you talking about? I don't see what you are seeing. I think Boots ready now. I'm not saying the Boots is not ready. I'm not saying the Boots is not ready. I said Boots is ready. He said Eagles Web is this should be the okay. I already read that already. Yeah, the W. That's not what I said though, Louis. So you're saying that the WBA is full of shit, and I'm not saying that they full of shit or they not full of shit. I said that they should be the one that is not. They should be above all these sanctioning bodies. But if you could make that statement, then you have to understand what I'm saying. If you can make that statement, because they should be in a certain position, but they're not in that position. Okay, now here's the question though. Here's the question. It's still boxing, right? So besides the IBF, and if you want to put 100% trust in the IBF, I feel bad for you. But besides the IBF, what other sanctioning body is or which one of them? First of all, which one of them is you think is legit? Which one of the sanctioning bodies will not pull some bullshit on us? Okay, just put it that way. Now I had to change it from being in a totally proper sense to just throw it out there to let y'all know what's up. So which one of the sanctioning bodies do you have your trust in? Huh? Is there any of them that's really trustworthy? Or can anything happen? Matter of fact, let me go on. Now let me go on in here. I'm just gonna look at something. Because I wanted to see for myself. I just wanted to see this for myself. I just wanted to see. I'm just in this case you wonder what I was looking up. I'm looking up these dumbass heavyweights, and I just wanted to see how BoxRec had them. And I'm gonna show you how they got all the way down to Joe Joyce. Okay, Tony Yoka. Okay, so from everybody from Tyson Fury all the way down to number 13, Tony Yoka, they have his 5 stars, right? Tyson Fury got 1,000 points, 1,015. Anthony Joshua got 762. Deontay Wilder got 548. Dylan White got 283.5. Alexander Usyk, who I was talking about, that nobody guessed, or y'all know who it was anyway, 244. Povetkin, 222. Andy Ruiz, 205. And then we go down to Michael Hunter, 128. Joseph Parker, 86.8. Derek Chisora, 80.7, 79. And then 80.15 is all the way down to number 11 is Luis Ortiz. This to show you how messed up this shit is, that they got him all the way down. Luis, they hate so much, they got him all the way down to number 11 on there. Joe Joyce is below that. Does Usyk, matter of fact, I know we still talking boxing, but does Usyk actually beat Joe Joyce? Huh? Does he actually beat Joe Joyce? Does he? I'm just letting y'all know, man, this whole thing, man, is... Don't stress yourself out, because you start digging into this, you're going to find out that you don't trust none of them. Okay, King Louie said I F with the IBO before any of them. He said, come on, Eagle. Yeah. No, but see, Louis, you missed my point, though, baby. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying they should be, but they're not. I mean, they should be the front runner, man, but they're not the front runner. So what if you're saying all the bad things about them? That just goes to show that somebody that should be a front runner. Y'all don't be missing the points, man. Is whoever's to be the front runner is just not the front runner. Because King Louis said, no, the WBA be robbing niggas of their legacy, to elevating champions from regular to super, gave us Ugas a championship, still got the regular, They got 2 champions inside of one division in one body. That's it. I know, and we understand that. But I'm saying that they should have been the leader. Okay, so here's the bottom line then. So if you should be the leader and then you're not the leader, what's the problem? If you should be the leader and all of a sudden you're just not the leader. Oh, I should be leading, but I'm not. Because of what? And what causes all that anyway? What caused all that shit in the first place, though? What caused all that in the first place? Y'all better realize that printed, those pictures on that paper means a lot to organizations. And I'm not going to try to get into all these organizations. I was just making a point that they should be the number one organization, but they're just not. Shit, anytime you in something the longest, you should be number one. Shit, you should be number one. Number one or number two, shit. You think who's number one in hamburgers? Just something simple like that. Who's number one in hamburgers? And I'm not telling y'all to go out and I'm not endorsing them and telling y'all to go out and eat the hamburgers. I don't want y'all eating their hamburgers. But who's number one in hamburgers? They're not gonna fall to number 2, 3, 4, and 5 and shit. But what got them? What got them there? And are they is that the best thing for you eating anyway? Nope. How they stay number one and how they get up there? It's just like I talked about that table earlier. It's what feeds you from the beginning. It feeds you all throughout your life. Money changes a lot of things. The NBA, because we know the organization started off as the NBA, it didn't start off as the WBA. It started off as the NBA. But now the NBA is basketball. So when you start something off, you're supposed to finish it off. You're supposed to be that organization. You're supposed to be that face. If you're not that face, then something happens. That's what I'm saying. And see, we talking about something small like boxing, and Louie puts some more information out there. So King Louie said, he said all the sanctioning bodies are corrupt. He said you need a universal government or something. You got to just start. You got to can all of them. And matter of fact, just for that point itself, that is not going to hurt anything. I'm going to tell you that, in my opinion, that is not going to hurt anything if you just canceled out all the organizations right now. If fighters just agreed on every fighter, every professional fighter and trainer just agreed on it right now. Let's get rid of it. We got to strip all these organizations and we got to come up with one organization. They just stripped them. Now, we're not going to fight for your WBA, WBC, none of that. That we need an organization where we could trust. And they put people on the panels and stuff like that. Put people in charge, like ex-fighters and stuff. Ex-fighters that we can, that we can kind of lean towards, like, oh yeah, that's a decent face. And I'm talking about like faces of boxing and faces of boxing that actually can have a voice. I'm not talking about put somebody in there because they went undefeated, but they have, they can't even talk. Not nobody like that. Put somebody in there with some faculties and put somebody in there with some organizational skills on one type of level or another. And somebody also, like I said, that we can actually trust. But is that going to happen? And that does not just go with the boxing. That goes with life itself. But we poured ourselves up to this table, Louie. And so the only thing we can do is you can either eat from it or you can just push it in front of you and just look at it. Or you can change what's on the menu. So I don't even know how we're going to do that. How we're going to change what's on the menu. Right now, what's on the menu for Boots is lip vignettes. Now, we all know, and I'm just saying we all know because the majority of the chat is going to say that Boots is going to do this, Boots is going to do that. And I can't hope and I can't do anything other than just watch like everybody else watch. If it happens, something happens, a miracle, any kind of bullshit happens, and I'm not going against this brother. But if something happens where he gets the brakes beat off him or something, and we know that shouldn't happen. But if that shit does happen, I will be feeding crow in here, but a lot of crow. But we can just look to say that this ain't happening, man. And I hope nobody's heart start pounding like, oh shit, he started to getting beat. He got caught. Because you got to realize it's still it's a brutal sport. And you sending Lipra nets out there, man. You probably gonna lose this. Go out there and try anything you can, and I don't know, come out there just firing some shit and get lucky or something like that, and you ain't trained and ready for it. And we could all say that it ain't gonna. We could all say that it ain't gonna happen, but I've seen it happen in boxing. I'm just saying that I've seen stuff like that. King Louie said it ain't happening. Bet something. No, man, you ain't trying to get no money off me. I'm sorry about that, man. You ain't trying to get no. I'm not. I'm looking at it the same way that everybody else looking at it. I just like to bring out. This is a chat, man. So I like to bring out everything, man. So if something happened, things have happened. Things have happened. Yeah, but we watch Wilder lose. We watch people lose, man. We look at stuff and everybody in the chat, for the most part, everybody was going for Frampton right? Everybody's going for Frampton. And then Frampton is retired now. Yeah. Yeah, King say Boots gonna beat the guacamole out of this man. Well, that's what we can hope, and we can hope for that, and we'll see it. But we gonna see it. That's the one thing about it, is we gonna see. So Boots, if you gonna beat the guacamole out of him, let's see it. Hopefully you bring a mallet big enough to beat the guacamole out this man, because that's what we need to see. And as far as those organizations, man, we could discuss it over and over, and maybe one day we'll get to the right answer. But I see a lot of corruptness, and I just don't see the fairness. That's why that's why I just read out what they say in the box rec. That's why I read that out, for just the top guys. The two top guys are out of the UK. Matter of fact, the top 1, 2, and 4 spots goes to the UK. And then number 3, number 7, and number 8 go to the USA. And number 9 goes to New Zealand, and we don't get back to the USA and all the way down to Charles Martin. That's when we get back to the USA. But I think that's straight up bull. I'm sorry. I think that's straight up bull right there. That's what it is. I think it's straight up bull. And I know a lot of people say, oh, Luis Ortiz, he's too old and all this and that, whatever. And they so mad at him. He out of Cuba, but at least he fighting out of Miami. And I would think that Gil would like him for fighting out of Miami, but he's not born in Miami, so Gil don't like him. So Gil hates Luis Ortiz more than anybody. Oh, besides probably Dylan White. But I don't even trust that. I don't trust. Because a lot of, and if you act like you never went for, like this one here, if you act like you've never pulled up the stats, never went with BoxRec, never went with the WBC, WBA, WBO, or nothing like IBF. If you act like you've never pulled up any of their stats to try to help out to rank a fighter or discuss a fighter that you was talking about, then you're probably not being truthful. But my only thing that I say to you is that you relied on a source that may have been corrupted. That's all I'm saying, is that you relied on a source that may have been corrupted. And what I like to do is I like to listen to what the fighters have to say. And I like what you just put down there, Louie. I like that. The thing about Lamont, is Lamont shouldn't have been fighting Lipinets. And matter of fact, he probably had 2 or 3 fights that he shouldn't have been fighting. He should have had a longer layoff. He should have just stayed in the gym because of his style. Certain fighters he shouldn't have fought. He should have never fought Earl. And never fought Earl when he fought Earl for sure. Because that damage wasn't done by Lipinets. That damage was done by Earl Spence. Earl Spence did all that damage to Lamont. Because he know Lamont wasn't going to quit. Don't be surprised Lamont don't come back for one more. Don't be surprised at anybody, because they gonna do what they do. But we're looking forward for the beatdown, man. We're gonna look at it like, yeah, this should be a mopping. I gotta say it like this, that I'm not gonna be surprised by any surprises. I'm not gonna be surprised by any surprises because things happen too much. And I'm not putting no kind of ill wishes out on nobody. I'm just saying I'm not going to be surprised by nothing. I'm not going to be surprised. Yeah. Yeah, but Lamont shouldn't have been out there. Earl took him out the game. I mean, and if he was going to still be in the game, he needed a lot more time off. Matter of fact, but the only fighter I seen, I know I got cut off for a second. The only fighter I seen that came back right after Earl was actually Porter. After fighting Earl, he was the fastest fighter to come back, I believe. I don't think nobody came back faster than that after the Earl beat down. After you fight Earl might not look that impressive to people, but people don't fight back after they fight him. They don't just come right back and get another fight. You right, Derek. There it is. Derek Bailey right down there. Derek Bailey said after EJ beat the boxing out of Lamont, he should have retired. Yeah, I don't like to talk about the brother like that, but yeah, that should have been it. And maybe we'll see that, because Lipinets should be on. For me, Lipinets probably should be on his way out. I'm sorry about that. He should probably be on his way out too. And so hopefully we look at Boots. Boots, you can go in there and you can get it done. We'll talk more about it on next show. Where we'll talk about it more. Maybe I can pull up a few things that, without getting my stream chopped or smashed or whatever. It's just hard. Maybe I can put up some images or something like that. I can't, I don't know. When the last time we lost a show? It has been like at least 4 or 5 months now. Something like that. At least. But they keep reminding me, though, when I go to my page, they remind me. They leave that flag up so you can see it. That's a damn shame how they leave that flag up like, yeah, your ass got in trouble before. I mean, I know I've been in trouble before. You don't have to keep showing me that I've been in trouble. They got to show you on YouTube. They got to show you, yeah, you messed up before. Stop showing me that. You ain't got to keep showing me that I was in trouble. Shit, everybody knows that. But I'm looking at Lipinets. To be honest, I'm just saying. I'm looking for the unexpected. I'm looking for him. He may come out. I'm looking for him to come out. I'm looking for him to come out. And doing some shit that he doesn't usually do, and Boots may even get a stoppage. He may get a stoppage inside of 9, or about 9. He may get a stoppage if Lipinets comes out and just does something that's not characteristic of himself. That I can see maybe Boots will pull some stuff out of the hat. But yeah, King down at the bar said, "Eagle, this for the culture." Y'all stupid, man. Him and Derek, they serious though. They serious about it. Yeah. We got it. Yeah, you got to get that. Hey, you got to get that payback. That Ali had to come. Tyson had to come get Larry Holmes for Ali, right? At least a lot of people think that. We didn't get to really see the best of Ali, but he still ends up being the greatest. But we never even got to really see the best of him because they took that away from him. It's like you're driving on the highway trying to get somewhere, and all of a sudden somebody pulls you back. You into the flow. You're seeing everything nice and clear. Because after you've been on the highway for a while, everything becomes real clear. Your reaction time is faster. Everything seems to be going slower than what it really is. And then just imagine somebody just picks your car up and takes you off the highway. And you was just getting into a groove on the highway, right? And then they put you back on. They put you back on. You swerving and shit like, oh damn, where am I at? You don't know where you at. It's almost like running off the road. Yeah, you get sleepy. I don't know if anybody's ever done that, but you get sleepy and you run off the road and you're like, oh shit. And you hear all that gravel and shit. You wake up. Your heart is beating through this the windshield and everything else, and then you finally get back on that road. It takes you a while to get oriented. You're driving straight, but you don't fall asleep again that night or that day. Once you fall asleep, if you have ever fallen asleep on the road and went off the road and went down the embankment or something, and you was fortunate enough to get back on that road, you don't go back to sleep. I don't give a shit if you put the windows down, turn the radio up or whatever. I don't care. Once you get back on the road, it don't matter. You don't have to do none of that shit. You just ain't gonna go back to sleep. That shit scares the shit out you, man. I see it for the culture. I don't understand that last part that Louie said. He said ego is up so you can fix it. Yeah. Yeah, but let them come up in here, and you're on Showtime. You're on the big screen. So Boots, you're on the big screen now. You wanted it. I have to take. So I'm not going to. And see, this is what I tell you guys all the time, and I've been telling you guys just lately, is that I'm looking at what the fighters say. I'm listening to what the fighters say. I listened to what Danny Garcia said after the fight. He said that Earl is just stronger than Keith, and he's stronger than Porter. That's facts. He said it. He didn't fought all of them. Never been knocked out by none of them. But Earl was the one that clearly beat him up. After Earl himself got smashed up. So I'm just saying, if Earl is that strong after getting beat up by a Ferrari, then Earl must be stronger than what we think he is. And this is not me, getting on Earl's side or nothing like that. I'm saying you got to start listening. You have to listen to what the fighters say. So when a fighter says, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. So when you get in there, so when Boots gets in there, it's like, well, you got to get this done. And yes, we're going to be like, oh, you ain't show us shit. That's it. So when he gets in there, he just got to do what he got to do. So I got to go by his words. I can't go by what somebody else said. I can't even go by what my chat says. The only thing I can go by what my chat says is that's just for our conversation. Because it's just like, what y'all think? Okay, so y'all gonna tell me what you think. That's it. But other than that, I got to go by what Boots say. Boots say that, hey, I got a higher skill set than what y'all think I got. My skill set is it. So okay, so your skill set is it. Then that's what we gonna see. Huh? Isn't that what we say in here all the time anyway? Is that what Eagle say? Let's see it. That's what I say all the time. So let's see it. So once we see it, and it will come back, after the fight, and we're gonna see. We're gonna tell everybody what we seen. I'm gonna let y'all know what I seen, or what do I need to see in the future. But I would say to these fighters, though, get yourself, use the forums to promote yourself outside of, so if you're going to use Instagram, so use Instagram to boost you up, to make sure that your people stay tuned to the Showtime, stay tuned to the pay-per-view, because you're promoting yourself too. Don't just go in there and just show your workout. Oh, I'm getting ready for this fight or whatever. No. Go in there and tell people, hey, y'all stay tuned. Y'all come see me. I mess with y'all. Y'all mess with me. So if you're not going to get a great big-time promoter that you know is going to help back you up, then I suggest that you do that on the social media. Don't just go in there showing your money or what you spent on for your kids and all that. Grown folks don't really care about that, because they gonna turn the stream off on you in the first place. If you start showing me what to go buy, I'm going to shut it off anyway. I don't need to go shopping with your ass. You know what I mean? Why I need to go shopping with you? You're going to take me shopping. We're going to take you on a shopping tour. Well, if you're going to shop with me, take me somewhere I will never be able to go, and just show me, even if you get it or not. I just want to see what some of the stuff, I want to witness some of the stuff that I'll never have. Just, if it's a treasure. But we don't want to see that, man. But it's all up to, and it's coming up this weekend, man. We're going to see. And a couple of scenarios, like I said, I see Lipra doing something a little bit different, or he's just gonna try to get in there. He's gonna try to get in the face. He's gonna try to get close. He's not gonna try to fight from a distance. He's gonna try to get in close. So maybe that's the way to get it done, man. Go in there and try to fight a rough fight. Get this done so we can be happy about it. King Louie and Derek feels that this is one for the culture, one for the one for the team, man. So hopefully it goes that way, that we get one for the team. And Lipra, you can go back to what did he do before boxing? Whatever you did before boxing, maybe you can go back to that after this ass whooping. So we gotta look at it. So hopefully it'll be an ass whooping. If not, oh well. But anyway, man, my shout out to all the real people that I see, and my shout out to all y'all that mess with me. Another Wednesday gone by, man. And I greet my people out there, nothing but blessings. Yeah, Eagle here. Yeah, I'll let it run just for a second. Y'all already know that, because if I don't let it run, then guess what happens? They cut everything off. They cut off my stream or something like that. I see y'all. Peace to Derek. Peace, family. Peace to everybody out there, man. Yep. I'm going to catch y'all, man.